Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
It is March Ive unto E, and this is part E of making a driving video of going to John Boy's in Marietta, and let's see, what the fuck was I gonna say? I got plenty to say. Yeah, we're in Sandy Springs. You're where you used to live.
We're gonna pass where I used to live.
No, you won't, because you won't turn off to go in that
No, well, you
complex.
know what I mean. The complex. That's I should have specified. Yeah.
Yes. We'll be passing both of the turn-offs.
Wait a minute. What did I do with my cameras? Shit, I hope I put it here. No, that's your purse.
Yeah.
Where are my cameras? Oh, there.
Right here, right here.
Oh, I panic so easily.
Well, no, try not to. You're making yourself miserable.
How would you like it if you had something important and was missing?
Oh, God, that's happened to me. Yeah, I panicked.
Oh.
All right. God.
Russ, did I tell you about the time my wife and I were in Florida, and we were at a lounge and bar, and
fucking covering the lens.
And June was looking to find her, what was it?
My wallet.
Yeah, her wallet, and she couldn't find it, and I realized there was a hole in the thing, in the lining, and it was under the lining.
But it was there.
Yes.
Oh, was I relieved?
He said hole.
Yeah, he sure did.
And I'm not talking about Courtney Cobain's band either.
And you're not talking about an asshole, a piss hole, or a twat hole either.
Or Whole Foods, for that matter.
Oh, yeah. Whole paycheck.
Well, as we were saying during the last video, we started concluding with that fucking piece of trash who, my mother, how can you describe it? She had to rub it in that someone got a reward.
Rub it in, yeah.
And this was before I was going down rampages.
Yeah.
I think if she said that now, I would have told her to shut the fuck up.
For which she would have slapped you silly.
As an adult?
Yes, as an adult.
Oh, she did hit me for things that were less minor than that.
Oh, gosh, like what?
And I hit her back, because I couldn't take this shit anymore.
Oh, my.
I just couldn't fucking take it. It was, I could be wrong, but I think it's over the fucking healing circle.
Really?
Yes, because I said I told my manager at work I can't work Tuesday nights because of the heat, had something going on, and he approved it.
All right, then what's the problem?
She didn't think I should take the time off of work to go to a healing group. That's how she said it.
God.
And then she went fucking ape shit, and she hit me, and then I hit her back.
Well, you know, instead of working Tuesday, you could work on a night when you didn't have anything.
Well, that's what I did. I did have fewer hours, though, because of that choice, but
that's between you and your boss. Your mother shouldn't have to...
I should never have told her.
I remember I went to the healing circle with you several times, and I thought a lot of those people were kind of touchy-feely.
They were.
Yeah.
Well, that's not always a bad thing.
It is if they exclude people.
Oh.
And have an attitude with it.
Right.
When they claim they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something that had to ruin it, but I'll have to tell you about privately. But anyway, so to move on, I got sick and fucking tired of working for minimum wage.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Oh, there was a time when my hours were cut at work, and my mother said it was because I was late every day. She jumped to that conclusion, and I told her, no, I agreed to. He decided to forgive me for being late as soon as I agreed to suck his dick, and my mother was offended that I said that. Why should she be offended at that?
Some people get offended.
That, if it's true,
I think
is sexual harassment.
It didn't happen, though.
I think she went... You know what I just did?
I don't know.
You can't hear it?
Yeah, I did. I wasn't focusing on that. I was trying to get in this lane.
Now I have the symptoms of PTSD. I don't know if I have it, but well, there's a therapist who thinks I very well could have it. He didn't do the official diagnosis, or maybe he did diagnose me and didn't tell me.
What are the symptoms of that?
One of the symptoms is you don't give a fuck if you offend people anymore.
Yeah, I'm pretty much that way. I'm not responsible for anyone's triggers. They are.
See where we're okay. So I did want to do something that I guess would be considered bettering myself. So I wanted to go to this art school because that was one thing I was interested in. And there were jobs in it, and they said there were jobs in it.
Doesn't mean there were. They could have been lying.
And I told they most likely they were. And I just told you about this. I told my parents I was going to take a $4,000 student loan out. And my parents told me it was a scam, and but I knew it was a. Actually, oh, there's a Black Lives Matter sticker. Did you see that?
I did.
Well, anyway, I told my mother I was going to take a $4,000 loan out, and my mother told me it was bullshit and it was a scam, and I decided to not listen. Decide fuck the student loan. It probably is bullshit. But then I was pissed off as how am I going to ever get anywhere? And how am I going to make more money? It seems like collecting disability is the best thing that ever happened because no one else was willing to hire. They all fucked me over. They won't give me. No one will let me do a gig doing spoken words.
Let me ask you something. Are you familiar with a service that can get you skills training and/or job search assistance through legislation known as the Job Training Partnership Act, JTPA for short?
I think I've heard that.
Yeah. JTPA does work. Because I know a lot of people who have gotten training and job search assistance under JTPA and have gone on to get some really good jobs.
Did they have any disabilities, though?
I don't know.
Well, most of the jobs, it seemed like they sucked and they seemed to be overwhelming. And
well, I'm going to tell you a little secret. The job I have now, which I've been at for about 22 years, the first day or two, there were procedures and processes that I hadn't used at any other jobs, and I was overwhelmed. And you know who told me, stick to it? I know you could make a go of this, Andy. And you know what? He was right. It just got better and better and better.
Drew is a lot of things, but stupid is not one of them.
No.
I have nothing against that.
Against what?
Against what? Against being told you should stick with it.
Yeah. I thought it was good advice because it did work. And he had confidence in me.
And Andy's smart enough to realize that the COVID shot is the clot shot. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now. So here's the point I'm trying to make. This is the one time I listened to my parents, and I'm glad I listened to them. I decided not to take out that $4,000 student loan.
Yeah, you didn't want to be in the hole. Oh, I know, I said hole.
So I shouldn't even have bothered calling her if I was going to get this fucking attitude.
Well, you didn't know.
I call her and say, I don't think I'm going to go. And she says, you don't even want to help yourself now, do you?
That must have been a real...
Cunt.
Yeah.
Oh.
She acted nice during the recruiting.
Yeah, well, duh, you know why, don't you?
And then she showed her true colors.
Yeah.
But that's not the only time that happened. It was when I needed help getting a car.
Oh, what happened there?
It was from a rent-a-car company. I don't remember which one.
So you were renting a car?
No, it was to buy a car.
Oh.
And my parents were helping me buy the car.
Oh, okay.
And my father wanted to get a Ford. I wanted to get a Toyota.
I prefer Toyota.
My father wouldn't get a Toyota because the Japs bombed Pearl Harbor.
Oh, who cares?
My father did.
Wow.
So he decided to get a Ford.
Yeah, and Henry Ford was anti-Semitic.
So is President Zelensky or Prime Minister Zelensky of
He's
Ukraine.
Jewish.
Doesn't matter. He supports these Nazi pigs. Doesn't make it.
This is where we used to live.
When you're in the elite, it doesn't really matter what you claim you are.
We're not going to get there by 6 hours.
And changing subjects for temporarily. I hate Rachel Maddow because she's a fucking cunt and she supports sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. And Rachel Maddow was a war pig.
She's a lesbian.
She's still a war pig, and I fucking hate her. I despise her. I fucking hate her. I really fucking hate her. But getting back to, and she's a war pig.
Mm-hmm.
And someone on Jimmy Dore's show said that Rachel Maddow sounds like Archie Bunker.
Oh, God.
But anyway, oh shit, there's not much fucking time. I'm glad I got to the part about the car. Okay, the same type of scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna get a Toyota, but then I call the person back. I forgot what rent-a-car company it was. Shit, I can't fucking remember. It wasn't Hertz. It wasn't Enterprise.
Avis Budget.
I think it was 8. It might have been Budget or Avis.
Yeah.
So I called her and told her I'm not going to get the car, and she did the same fucking shit. She was a total fucking cunt.
Oh,
I wasted all this time holding the car just for you.
Whoa.
She fucking scolded me.
Whoa.
And then there was a real estate agent. This happened to my brother, who was going to buy a house that she recommended. And she was very PC. She said the neighborhood was turning. However, she was going to sell my parents a house in Delray. I don't know if people in the video know where Delray is.
It's, South Palm Beach County, Florida, a little bit north of Boca. It's the second town in from Broward County.
And my brother was gonna, and she acted real nice to my brother when we were looking for houses, and it turns out that the neighborhood that my parents considered buying a house, she claimed the neighborhood was not turning. My brother did a little more investigation and found out that the neighborhood actually is turning. You know what I mean, the PC
Of course
part.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Well, anyway, my brother told her that she wasn't gonna get the house, and she did the same shit. He fucking scolded him and yelled at him, and
You wasted my time? Is that
yeah,
that kind of shit?
yeah.
Whoa, how professional. Not. God, this is going to take forever.
Well, that's what I finally heard from people at the real estate agency where I was trying to get a home back in California. When I just couldn't do it, they said, "You've wasted everyone's time."
How unprofessional.
I mean, they didn't say it really angrily, but...
And you know what I would say? I don't really give a flying fuck.
There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah.
Right.
And now I can tell you a story about that. I found out, and this is why I couldn't get the home. I found out that the finance people decided that I wasn't earning enough money to be able to afford it. How would they know? But
did they not ask what your salary was?
I think they did.
Well, then they did know.
Yeah.
They did know.
They said they could sell me the house, but I would need a co-borrower.
Right.
First, I tried to get my boss to co-sign for me.
With that in mind, it's time to stop this and make a part or of this video.